these are the little candle holders that we're making for the shop to get ready for our own range of items. And then you can see we did some classes at the weekend. So this was a beginner's throwing class. So we've got some lovely little items here. Oh, a little candle holder. This one's pretty good. Whole range of different beginner items. And again, depending on what class it is, depends what colour it gets glazed, or maybe the students come back and glaze it themselves. So this is the hand building stations. We've sort of got enough for 12 people to sit here, but we do classes of 10 just because it's a bit nicer for teachers to interact with 10 people. But in the future, when we get maybe a bit more streamlined and the teachers are very used to the space, then we might teach classes of 12. This is Heather's workstation, so she's our potter in residence, and then this is where she works. So she'll be here for the next year, and she works for the pottery, so she'll work along with our technicians and gallery assistants, doing everything that we need doing to run a pottery studio and run classes. Including making work for the shop. And then next year she'll have an exhibition in August of all her different work. Heather and Jane, our technician, are both very good at using gas kilns, so they're very excited to start firing things in the gas kiln. And Heather will have to go a bit bigger to start filling it. Oh yeah, your golden ones. Oh, so lovely. And that's with luster?
Yeah.
And what temperature did you fire up to?
No, I haven't fired them yet. That's what I need your little kiln for.
Oh, right, yes, for me. I was going to say that luster hasn't melted properly.
So I'm working on a really exciting project at the moment. I'm making a large tile installation that's going to depict the building of County Hall. A lot of it is quite loose in terms of the interpretation of the building, but what is very clear is the architectural importance that it has. And this is going to be highlighted by the use of gold luster. So I'm making each tile individually. Some of them are going to be in relief, specifically the building itself, and then also some of the sculptural elements that you can see around the building. And I've really been inspired by the way this building sort of sticks out at you, comes at you when you're walking from the river, basically from any direction. You immediately see this beautiful architectural building, and it kind of stands alone in the landscape of London. And so to portray that, we thought it'd be a good idea to have it in gold stick out at you and kind of greet you as you walk in, but also be surrounded and highlight all the beautiful details and features that perhaps you don't notice immediately when you're walking past it. And then when it comes to showing the background, let's say, of this piece, the two inspirations I want to draw from is the London sky, which for me, coming from abroad, feels like something quite distinctive. And I think it works really well and is reflected in the colour of the Thames. So again, these like blues and greens and greys that you see in this landscape, specifically in this walkway by the Thames, I kind of want to bring them into this piece, and I think they will work really well in contrast with the gold. So what I'm doing at the moment is just making sure that I have enough pieces, enough extra, and dividing up those tiles into each section. So slowly, a bit like a puzzle piece, I'm making each tile shape and then each detail for that tile. And as I go, I'll work and put them together and see where it works, where it doesn't work. A lot of the background is also going to have some mosaic detailing, so again, inspired by some of the architecture of the building, but also to kind of have the piece almost get lost in the background as it ends, to not have this like abrupt ending. And it's going to be almost framed on the sides by a relief of the different statues that you find in the building. And I'm going to experiment with all the glazes afterwards as well. And not all potters and ceramicists have the luxury of working in such a new space with such beautiful equipment. Also quite a light space because you have all of these windows where natural light comes in. We started to put a few plants as well to give it a bit more of that green feeling. Especially for a project like this, you need a lot of space. You need a lot of space for little practical things like where to dry the clay and where to store it. And so to have something like this is really special.